Hey, what's up? My name's Nate. Playing USX. I'm going to show you the custom guitars that I play. I'm going to start with this one here. This is Monson Rapture #1. It's the first one I got from Brent Monson. He makes guitars. He lives out in Pacific Northwest near Seattle. This is real special. It's really changed a lot for me. Got me out of a rut, some ways of playing and looking at guitar that I had for a long time. This one really kind of became a part of me. It's pretty beat up. You can see I've played it a lot, and that's always a good sign. And it's been great. And it was the guitar I used on the US Christmas record, Run Thick in the Night. It's the only guitar I used on that one. It's got a real dark, heavy sound, and it's just super expressive, and there's really nothing like it. I liked it so much that I got him to make me this one back in the day when I sold my truck. I took a little money. He works with artists, and he works with a lot of underground artists like myself to help them, find things that they couldn't get otherwise, and to make really special music with them. This one has some cool inlays. The moon and a snake and another moon, number 13, which is, it's supposed to be bad luck, but I never thought that. I think it's good luck. Plus, it's the way that people used to look at the lunar cycle, 13 moons in a year. This one was on the Valley Path. This one has oil finish. It doesn't have any paint. It has a really cheap P90 in the middle position there, and a DiMarzio Super Distortion housed in a P90 housing in the bridge. It sounds weird, man. It's warm and thick, and it's kind of like a Strat sound line, which I like because I really like Strat. It plays beautifully because of the way Brent builds guitars. He sets them all up like shred guitars, which is what I really like. I've learned to like that with him because there's nothing better than having a guitar that doesn't fight you and just you play everything you want, and it does everything you want all the time. This is one of the designs he's really known for, called Baphomet, and he made this one recently, probably within the last 5 years for me, and he did it upright in a weird way, like I like. It's got a Billy Gibbons pearly gates in the bridge, which is just a real hot, sort of traditional sounding humbucker. And that's a pickup he put in the neck that some company he really liked. I mean, I got nothing but good things to say about that one either. The bridge is a Floyd Rose, but the strings load up through the bottom, and you don't have to clip them. So you can just, I think it's called a speed loader. You just pop them in. Neck through, you can see how it goes all the way through the body. It's pretty beat up from me playing it. Of course, you're gonna get that, and that's just fine with me because I don't care. I'm never gonna sell these. They should have my mark on them. Locks up there at the top, locks at the bottom. Got a Norwegian Kroner, I believe, bolted to it, and the ubiquitous number 13, which is on all my stuff. I think it vibrates so much that this little toggle switch cover just vibrates off, so I put some tape on it. This is Wendigo, which is the first and only one I think he made of these. It's a prototype, and he gave it to me, and it's just been really cool. Another guitar I could use. And I'm always beating them up and always having things go, get broken with them. Anybody that tours, plays out a lot, has the same things. Just driving in a van, stuff vibrates loose, or you get really cold, or really hot, or it gets dropped, or whatever. I think this one has a broken tuning key on it. Yep, right now. I gotta fix that. It has a Gibson 500T that was made out of two different Gibson 500Ts. My old guitar bud Robert English and Marion did that for me. I forget which pickup it had in it when I got it. I think it was a Lawrence, but I like this one better because I've always used them. And they were in a lot of the guitars I really started using early on that I really liked. And Brent put the inlay in there for me, and That's cool. This is Croatoan. This is another custom. It's the one really that I worked with Brent on designing. For a long time we worked on this, and he listens and he does what the artist wants. And this is a blend of traditional and modern, and it really is perfect. It's based a lot on Neil Young's guitar, Old Black, with the Bigsby. And this is one of the newer ones. They're paying the ass to string, but they're worth it. And this one came with a roller bridge. That's a Mack Pike pickup in the bridge, and then a cheap P90, $20, no joke. And cool inlays, and then it rolls. There's rollers up here at the top on these little ball bearings. So the idea is you can just wail on this, and it won't go out of tune. And then these lock. This is another one, neck through, all the way down. It's made out of swamp ash, mostly, and then this top is purple heart, which is a real rare wood. It's pretty hard to work with from what I understand. Super hard. It's oil, no paint. This guitar just screams. It weighs 15 pounds, so I have these heavy, thick straps so my arm doesn't go to sleep. This is a modified guitar. It's a lower end BC Rich. I got really cheap, I think maybe even free. And my friend Nate Mack, who builds guitars and does work in Waynesville, North Carolina, modified it for me. He put a Fernandes sustainer system in it, which is this thing in the neck position. It's not a pickup, it vibrates the strings through an electromagnetic charge. And that's a black tri pickups. It's P90, but it screams. It's weird to have one of those in a guitar like this, but this is a weird guitar. These switches down here at the bottom turn it on and off, and then it locks up here at the top. I don't really use the Floyd Rose on these like a lot of people do. I sort of just touch it. Mostly I don't have the tremolo arms on them. Nate also put a piece of wormy chestnut here on the back as the control cavity for the system, and then there's a battery, 9 volt you have to run because it takes power. And I love that guitar. Robert Fripp used those a lot on King Crimson. Kerry King always had them in his guitars. You can do a lot of cool sounds with it, and it works really good with slide. It works good for ambient noise. It works good for solos and just expressing on guitar, and it screams. I love it. I've always wanted to have one on a guitar, and that was perfect. So thanks, Nate. Anthony up in New Jersey built this one. He builds Black 35 guitars, which is a pretty cool custom-made guitar company for basically working class people. He hooked me up with this one a while back, and I love it. It's a real traditional Hendrix style Strat with the reverse neck, and it is just great. It is super sonically warm. It is perfectly intonated. It's super reliable. All the electronics are solid. Everything about this is just top quality, and I love that guitar. And for somebody that blends, a lot of your, classic rock sounds with like modern stuff, it's perfect. This is the acoustic guitar that Nate Mack, Mack Guitars in Waynesville, made for me. It's actually right in there. He does low numbers, but he makes really interesting guitars, meaning he doesn't make very many guitars, but the ones he makes are really cool. And this was a great collaboration because I got a guitar that nobody else has, and it looks perfect. It looks exactly like I imagined. The big double pick guards. It doesn't have any binding like a lot of the real expensive jumbos. The neck is sanded down. It's based on my Les Paul neck. He took my Les Paul and looked at it and made the dimensions just like it. The body is made out of black locust. He found it somewhere in some luthier shop he had, or some wood supply place. I never heard of a guitar being made out of black locust, but this one's great. It's dark. I love all of my guitars to have that dark, thick sound, and this one's perfect. And he actually made some of these for different people around the world as a Nate Hall model. So that was pretty cool. And this is the last one. This is a real run-of-the-mill guitar, Epiphone, I believe AJ200. But Nate from Waynesville, he put a bone, bridge, and nut in it. And that made all the difference in the world. And just the setup he did turned this from just and pretty much a nothing guitar into something I can travel with and play and record with and not have to worry about it getting ruined or broken, because I've got next to nothing in it. It has a real spruce top, which is hard to find, or was for me. I guess more and more they're around. But it was something that people used to seek out a whole lot for projection and tone, and it's something I didn't have. All right, y'all. That's it. Come see me play sometime. Take care.